the usual, because I don't want YouTube cutting out the beginning as usual. Okay, here we go. So, um, this is gonna be a shorter video because I kind of want to get on point, but we'll see how long this lasts. Anyway, the whole thing that I noticed is that I don't know if it's just me, you guys, but you ever see those content creators? They make like those really short videos. They'll say something like how to make cookies in 1 minute, and then you'll hear them, and then after, if the video lasts more than 5 minutes or so, you're kind of like, what's taking so long? Hurry up! I want to make a cookie in 1 minute. Like, just don't drag it out. And then sometimes you'll see comments in the comment section, kind of summarize what people say. Well, I've been doing that, and I think it's kind of like, how do I say it? Like, I see there's certain content creators, like I watch their videos, and they'll do some really short things, like quick things to keep in mind, and I will find myself speeding them up about 2 times because I just want to get the information or just hear it really quickly. It's come to my attention that for my streams, because they're pretty lengthy, people will see it and then people would say, I don't really want to listen to it because it's so long, or worse, they'll say, I just want to hear bullet points, because so many content creators, they're like, okay, here's 5 things that you need to know to do this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then some people will just like read it. So it's like the kind of stuff that's like scripted, bullet points, the text on there, you can tell it's edited video. And for me, as a person who just kind of live streams and just shows, just talks about things or things that pop in my head, I've always kind of thought, well, I could go that route, but instead of popping out content, I mean, like, instead of just like working on one little, like, short, concise video for about possibly 2 hours, right? Taking take after take after take, I just like, I look at it and yeah, it would be better if I did that, but like on the back end, you guys, it will be kind of crazy because I know myself really well. I'll be making, if I have a script or so, I have to write out a script. Then I have to do the video editing. Then I got to put in text. Then I have to make sure that I take out all the ooh, what kind of thing. And people could say, Erica, you're just being a lazy, you're just being a lazy YouTuber. Like, everybody does it. But when I have an idea in my head, it's like I have to keep it in my mind for a while, and then I'll be talking to myself instead of speaking with you guys. You guys know, like, I love speaking with you guys. I love interacting with you guys. I learn so much from you guys, and you guys also speak to each other. So sometimes, like, people will ask questions and other people will contribute in chat. I like having that kind of I like having that kind of interaction. I like seeing that kind of stuff because sometimes people have shared sort of things. Sometimes people would ask for, let's say, hey, do you have any advice for this? Someone will chime in, and then people kind of have that connection. And if you're making edited videos and you're not doing a live stream, it's like everybody is talking to in the comment section, but there's no real, how would I say it? There's not really too much interaction. It's not a live interaction. It's a different kind of, okay, well, someone might reply to me back in 2 hours or so. But what I want for my channel is I want to make sure that some of the information that I share with you guys, I know sometimes it gets lost in the abyss somewhere in a 2 hour video. I really think I should shorten my videos, and I was brainstorming. I said, well, should I have a shorter video, cap it off at, let's say, 20-minute mark or even 10-minute mark, and that way it kind of forces me to speak really quickly about it, really concisely. And then I do another stream where it's like, okay, let's just talk about anything, you guys. And those kind of streams can last on for many hours, because what I've noticed about my stream titles too is, you guys see, like, it kind of deviates from my titles, right? I will say, like, I'll make a point, and then afterwards it just kind of goes off into like tangents, and then 3 hours later it's like, hey, yeah, the video, yeah, I made a video, but it went off into like a, yeah, it went off into a direction for a little bit. Let's see here. So let me read what you guys say. Editing videos is for 100K sub channels. You know, I see people who do edited videos when they're smaller, smaller channel. And yeah, if you have like a lot of, how would I say this? If you have like a focused channel, let's say you're making a channel about calming down, right? Or how to lower your anxiety. And that kind of stuff, it really benefits people from having a list, making clear, concise points, making sure everything is nice, sparkly, and professional looking. It's like people do this kind of stuff and they want to have a really organized looking channel. The downside about those channels, not gonna throw too much shade here, but I kind of see them as kind of cookie cutter. You know, the people are like, these are 5 things you can do to be more efficient today. Like, I've seen so many of that freaking girl. Like, and then I just tune out because I'm like, come on, again, right? Get through the points. Oh, okay, let's look at the comment section. Okay, yeah, whatever. I'm not gonna interact with that kind of thing. So I don't want to be kind of like preachy. I want to have like a balance, and I'm not too sure how I can do that if I don't have a live stream on here. But if I do have a live stream, depending on how long it lasts, is some people would say, I don't want to watch this video or anything. I don't want, because yeah, this video is like 3 or 4 hours long, possibly. No, I did not even buy AMC. That's what I'm trying to. Yeah, I did not buy AMC at all, you guys. I bought GME. I hold that as my little, like, mistakes that I did. I really thought Mara was gonna not do so well for a while, but frick, Bitcoin is what, 47K? Maybe it's 50K or so. Insane. Eli, the computer guy, had the right idea. He talks for an hour and then cuts the pauses and mistakes in 5 minutes and done. Wow, really? Yeah, I'm surprised because, like, even when I look through my own videos, I don't remember really what I speak about, because it's like it just goes through this whole, it goes through a whole like list of things, right? So if I was to edit video, I wouldn't even know really where to cut, and I'd have to re-listen to my whole video for a while. And yeah, it would be pretty long still. Yeah, I think BB will be good. I don't know too much about Nokia and AMC. I'm kind of worried about AMC. I hope that people who are investing, right? I hope you get your money back at least. So I'm still bag holding 4 shares of GME. Not 6, but 4. Yeah, look at this cat. He has dander though. You have dander, Oreo. I just combed you not too long ago too. That fat cat. He's tired. He didn't do much today, but he's really tired. Yeah, it's like it's a different format, and like I think for those kind of videos, it just it's I like I've from what I've seen from like certain people, certain content creators, when they talk about this stuff, like they have the pressure to always make, oh, hello there, Oreo. They have this pressure to make this, like, to push out content all the time in a clear, concise fashion, with the pretty, the nice background and the nice lights. And you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. Like, you see a lot of, for instance, right, like those female content creators. And I just say female content creators because those people tend to care more about their background and their lighting and their makeup and their hair and their clothes. Like, they really go all on up for that. And you see like the nice animation, and that, in my opinion, is kind of the standard. It's not whip out the camera, have it on a tripod on a bed with an Oreo cat over here. And I think about like those people, and then I think about my channel, but it's it's just, yeah, it's just kind of in the back of my mind. You guys know I shared, I think yesterday, on one of my favorite YouTube. Her name is Asa Kanlu. She recently went back on YouTube. So she had made a lot of edited videos about the carnivore diet. Now, I'm not a carnivore. I don't follow the carnivore diet. She eats cooked food now, but for a while she was just eating raw meat and bone marrow and uh, aged organs. So she would have like a beef heart in her refrigerator, I think, for a week or so, and she ate raw dairy and all sorts of things. Organ meats too, and her, she does well on that kind of stuff. But so she was doing this for over a year. She had all this great content. People loved it. And then people loved interacting. People would ask questions and then she would reply, or people would say certain things and then people would just kind of interact with each other in the comment section. So, although she didn't do any live streams, because she had a comment section, it's like people felt like they were in a little community. And I learned so much from her channel. I think about 1 or 2 months ago, from what I saw, it's like I'm subscribed to so many YouTubers. I don't keep track of everybody. But about 1 or 2 months ago, she deleted her channel, and it completely shocked me because I thought, wow, all this edit video, hours upon hours of content. Her content was original, so it really saddened me when I saw it was gone. She was telling people exactly what to eat, or ratios of food that works for her when it comes to like raw dairy and um, things that worked for her. She wanted to share it freely with the world, or how she brought on raw meat onto like the airplanes, and how to stick on a carnivore diet without arousing too much suspicion. So for instance, you're right, eating like or eating things that don't look so squeamish, or they're kind of nicely packaged so people won't really take a second look at it. So raw fish, I don't think she really ate raw fish, but you get what I'm saying. So yeah, no, actually she did. She said if you're eating out, you can eat things like sashimi, and then that way you stick with the carnivore diet. So it's like things like that. I wish I could refer back to it, because although I don't follow that diet, I always thought like, there's some good nuggets of advice here in case anybody, let's say, is on a keto diet, low carb diet, or they just kind of want to follow in her footsteps. When her videos were deleted out of the blue, a lot of people were worried about her because they didn't hear any update from her. And we were kind of concerned, like, oh crap, is she okay? Did YouTube take her videos? And also her Instagram page was deleted too. I think she had a Facebook too, according to people. So I emailed her husband, because I remember what his name was. He's a doctor in the Philippines. And then I asked him, hey, is she okay? Is your family okay? And he said, yeah, we're all okay. She's busy right now, but she's doing great. She's still with the carnivore diet. And when she has some free time, she'll return back to YouTube. So she returned back to YouTube. You guys can check out her YouTube channel. But all her old content is gone. She doesn't have the comment section on anymore. And I just feel like a lot of the charm on her videos, and I'm not just talking about I'm not just talking about the content, but like her newer videos, it's so short. It doesn't have that warmth, or that yeah, it doesn't have that warmth that her videos used to have, and I feel sad about that. It's strange. Like, it's as a view of her channel, I think, man, people can't interact anymore. It's I don't want to say cookie cutter, but it just doesn't feel too special. And I hope she re-uploads her video. You guys can see some of her old videos. I think there's like 1 or 2 on YouTube, and yeah. Yeah, so I do recognize that sometimes if you have a channel a certain way, and then you kind of remove audience or engagement with the community, it just doesn't feel that nice anymore. I've been on that side, but it's between, like, I'm trying to figure out what I should do about the videos. This is already 14 minutes long, according kind of like to a lot of the YouTube algorithm. They'll say, oh, okay, you should end the video now because yeah, 10 minutes is like the golden mark. And if the longer you go on, more and more people tune out. Yeah. Yeah, I love engaging with you guys. It's like I don't want to just make a video where I feel kind of preachy. I don't want to make a video where it's just like everything everybody else does. I like talking to you guys. I like learning from you guys, and it's like I'm trying to figure out, and I guess maybe the answer is right in front of me, right? Just do streams and then get the certain points, or you'll see it kind of look a little scripted maybe in the beginning, so that way I can make a shorter video and then upload it. So I don't know. It's kind of like strange because I know some people they would say, "Oh, okay, you should have a nice clean take." And then get rid of like the blooper kind of thing. But so if I have a nice edited video and then I have the original take, you guys will be like, oh my goodness. Yeah, there's like a big difference because in the beginning, I imagine it would seem more scripted or more not so natural sounding. And then at the end, I'll be like, oh my goodness, you guys. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Yeah. Yeah. I know the videos are gonna be long. It's like you guys pop in and then I see your comments. I mean I see what you write. Maybe like 20 minutes later, I'm like, oh okay. So I know it drives some people crazy because sometimes people will tune in and they'll say like, oh what did I miss? And then I'll rehash everything I said. And then the people who tune in late, who tune in earlier, they're like, oh my God, she said this like 4 times again. Like I know I have a problem repeating myself, you guys. 100%. I find that I sometimes rephrase things a different way, and some people are probably irritated by it. They're like, I'm gonna unsubscribe. Maybe it's the 65 people who unsubscribed in the last month got peeved off about it. Or maybe it's because I'm flooding the community posts and I made it you talk, you type instead of YouTube. But yeah, it's like I should, I look at those, I see sometimes what they say about tips for if you want to make YouTube videos, and they're like, oh yeah, make sure you work on your editing, or make sure, you have timestamps. You guys seen it, right? They'll say, they'll have like a 20-minute video, and then they'll say at like the 5-minute mark, oh, this is the introduction to this. Oh, at the 8-minute mark, concerns I have about this and this. You know what I'm talking about? Like I know you guys have seen it. So some people they don't even want to watch the whole thing. So these content creators will make it easier for them. So if anybody wants to only watch a specific part, it clearly defines what timestamp to go right in and then watch this stuff. And not gonna lie, some of these content creators where I see the timestamp, it's nice and all, but it's like I don't even want to watch the whole video because at that point I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna watch what I want for 2 minutes and then click away. So maybe some people are into that kind of stuff, but for all the work that has to be done about it, I know some people like they probably think like, oh, I want to make YouTube my full-time income and make millions from it, so I'm gonna spend all this time and energy on this kind of stuff, but I feel like it's kind of going to drive me up the wall because I'm going to say, okay, first point, second point, third point, fourth point, fifth point. Okay, edit out all this stuff for 20 minutes. Okay, sixth point. I know yeah. So KA says, do what you love. Don't follow those nonsense brain dream formulas. You have the creativity to make unique content. Oh, thank you. So yeah, it just drives me up the wall because it's like I see my channel and then I see other channels and I think, oh, maybe I should be more like them so I don't peeve off people with my 2-hour streams. And at the end of it, right? It's like I want to share this stuff and I want to interact with you guys 100%. But I do know that for certain things people might never ever hear it because my videos are too long. So again, repeating myself, but I really need to brainstorm about this. Uh-oh, Jim needs to go to sleep. Jim, what time is it where you are? Because if it's like 4 a.m., you better go to sleep. Because yesterday I went to sleep at 4 a.m. because I took a nap in the afternoon. And today I took a nap at the afternoon and I didn't work out today because I was too busy taking a nap. So if you sleep at 4 a.m., wake up at 9 a.m., 10 a.m., you're so tired only having about 5 hours of sleep. And with the way the weather is right now, it's cold, it's snowy, it's dark. It's like the perfect sleep weather. I mean, this cat is really a good example of that. Like, look at this cat. He's just curled up in a little ball. You know, thank goodness this cat is retired. He doesn't have to worry about his stock portfolio or anything like that. Driving lessons? Oh no, I wanna. You know what? I could teach driving, but I think it would be kind of irritating because I don't know. It's like for me, it took me such a long time to drive, and I get kind of antsy if like there's a new person behind the wheel because I don't feel that confident about my own driving skills. Not saying I'm a bad driver. I'm a very safe driver. I'm like a grandma driver over here. But I don't think I have like the ability to be a good driving teacher. That's what I'm trying to get at. If I wanted, no, I wouldn't want you guys to timestamp. If you guys wanted to, you guys could timestamp it, but nah, it's not necessary. It really isn't. Uh, no, it would turn into a reality show. It would be like Lewis almost hits a pole kind of thing. You know, Erica, white hairs, one, uh, Lewis, that kind of stuff. How many white hairs can Erica get from the stress of almost, trying to be in a car, that kind of thing. With new drivers, it really is. I imagine it really is stressful because these people, they don't have good control of the car. They're not used to driving, and this is normal. Like when I was first driving, I had a lot of anxiety because I thought, oh my goodness, I gotta make these turns, and then parking, right? Parking is definitely something that is very tricky. I can parallel. I can turn into a parking stall, but reversing, oh no, 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 no. No, I'm terrible at reversing. I don't even try reversing. That's how bad I am at this stuff. I'm like, no. Oh, my angles. So, yeah, but I can drive, I can park, just not reverse parking in. Oh, look at Suki. It's terrifying letting my girlfriend drive. I refuse to relinquish the control. Smart, I think that, yeah, some people just need to have more practice, and then when they have more practice and more confidence, when they drive, it's just like practice make perfect. It took me like 3 years to learn how to drive, you guys. Did you know that? It took me about 3 years. Um, I got into a car accident when I was driving with a private instructor. Oh, thank you, Jim. So Jim says at 5 cents a post, this should cover me for. Ah. Yeah, you know what, I was kind of surprised. I was surprised. Like, so I have to manually turn on monetization. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna get my 5 cents. So I have to manually turn on monetization for my streams before it was automatically done. And then when I had my video earlier today, the one where I was saying stuff like investing, like what would I invest in, or what I would do if I had a kid, how would I invest? Like even before I streamed, the ad said limited monetization because it's not suitable for most advertisers. And I thought, what was the tag? All I said was kid, and I said investing. Maybe that was it. Maybe those two things, they see it as like maybe GME kind of thing or kind of risky stuff. So Yeah, that was like very, very, very rarely do I have. And actually, no, I take that back. I don't think I've ever had a video where I didn't even post it. I didn't even start the stream, and then people say stuff. Then YouTube says like, "Oh, you have limited monetization." Crazy. Thank you, Chris. Yeah. So JT, see, JT shares a very good nugget. I he had a friend. I'm assuming JT is a guy, but said I had a friend when I was a teenager who taught his girlfriend and she messed up his transmission. Yeah, sometimes if you're teaching people, be aware that a new driver could get your car into an accident, and that is not a good thing. So don't have someone kind of practice driving with your nice, expensive car. If it's something like a beater car, you know, like one of those like old cars, you're much better off on that. And that's just my opinion. If someone teaches someone how to drive and they have, let's say, a BMW and they crash it, that's gonna be an expensive car to repair. And then the person who owns the car, I imagine, would be really pissed because they'll say, "Hey, you know, my shiny BMW got damaged." Yeah. So try avoid that. Try avoid that. Oh, anonymous individual once got a parental advisory for a piano solo. Okay, so I think anonymous individual when they play, obviously it's very risque. Maybe maybe it's the speed you were typing that piano solo. They felt like it would cause heart rates to go up. Who knows? Just putting things out there. I don't know what it is. What would the parental advisory be? Maybe it sounded like angry music. Maybe it sounded really sad. I'm just putting things out here. Oh, you weren't the one playing. Okay. That poor content creator. They're probably thinking like, what caused it? What caused me to have this kind of like, this stuff restricted? Maybe they wanted to have it for people who are of a certain age. Who knows? Oh, thank you, Jim. Yeah, that's a good advice. So get a rental for a week. Costco members get good rates. Yeah, so look into getting a rental. But here's the thing: I don't know what happens if you own a rental and you crash it. I've never rented a car before, never crashed a car before. I've gotten into a car accident, so I got T-boned when I was learning how to drive, and I had an instructor who was on the right side of me, right? They had the e-brake, the manual foot brake on their side, and I was going through a intersection. I had the green light. I went about, I think, halfway or so through the intersection, and then this car from the corner of my eye ran through a red. They went about, I think the speed limit around there is like 25 miles an hour. They went about 40 miles an hour, 50 miles an hour. They T-boned the car that I was in. The airbags went off, and I was so shook, you guys. I could not. I did not want to drive for a couple years. I was like, no, I did not see that car coming. I couldn't believe it happened. And even my driving instructor, they push, they had the e-brake on, and not the e-brake, but they had the manual brake on their side, the driving instructor brake, and couldn't stop the crash because that guy was just going way too fast. So I'm very cautious when I drive. I always try to look at my surroundings. And again, if anybody is like need for speed kind of thing in a car, please be aware that if you're speeding in a car, you might save a few seconds here and there. It's just not worth it. It's not worth possibly getting into an accident because a person could be seriously injured in the car accident. There's going to be, of course, damages to both vehicles. Whatever time you think you saved by, let's say, going an extra 10 miles an hour, yeah, it's completely going to be offset on that. So thankfully, everybody was okay. I had to go get X-rays because I got whiplash, but yeah, it just you will never see me speed for that reason. I try to stay around speed limit for sure because I know how it is to get into an accident, and I know how much it shook me up, and I don't want to be the one responsible for, let's say, going through a red light and then causing that for another person as well. Yeah, yeah, speeding tickets are expensive too. That's another one. What I've also seen for a lot of these driving instructing places, sometimes they'll show graphic pictures. You can look up, this is graphic stuff, but you can look up like Porsche girl. And it's some pretty gruesome stuff. So basically what happened was she was in a car without a roof, if I remember correctly. And she took her dad's car, I believe, and then she was speeding. She crashed into a median. The car flipped over, and basically, a good chunk of the top of her the her head was gone. Really gruesome stuff. But when you look at that kind of image, you think to yourself, "Holy crap! Yeah, I don't want to have a convertible at all." I don't want a convertible. I don't want to risk it. I want to keep all my hair and I want to keep my head. So, yeah. I've looked at like some pretty gnarly stuff in the past because if it's like car crash related or something like that, I look at it and I'm like, oh, it's a, it's a good thing to just kind of be mindful. Don't be one of those people who just do reckless things. I will keep that in mind. Buy the extra insurance. Thank you, Jim. Did the instructor survive? You mean the instructor in the car that I was in? Yeah, of course. They were fine. They were fine, but they were fine. And then there was another video too. I forgot where it was. I want to say it's in Europe. I think it was Germany, but I might be remembering it wrong. What happened was that you got these two girls who were in a car and they're laughing and they're laughing and they're smiling and I think they were talking, one of them was talking to their mom on the phone or something like that. And they're on, I want to say it's not the Ottoman, but I forgot what it was, but it was this place where you can go super super fast. Or maybe she was just speeding super super fast. So they show the camera, one's holding it. I think the woman who is driving is has a camera there. She crashes into a pole or a sign or something like that. And then they get into a car accident. I believe the woman driver, and I might be remembering this wrong, one of them passed away. And it's kind of eerie because when you look at the footage, it's like when the car crashes, you can see, you hear them be right before the crash happens, right? It's like you hear them smiling, you hear them laughing, chatting happily, and then one woman screams, and then you hear some yelling, and then it becomes dead silent. And then afterwards, you hear this pedestrian coming in trying to console one of the people in the car. And if you look, I believe, at the upper right hand corner, you can see the stuff that's inside of your body that looks red. You know what I'm talking about. Uh, Going down the window. I think it was like the back window or something. It's kind of like, yeah, I didn't realize it until I read the comments. And when I saw that, I was like, yeah, F that. I'm not speeding at all. So uh, I don't know if you want to show that kind of stuff to your child. I don't think it was graphic. Like you don't see anything, but you do see like a shadow, what looks to be blood going down. But it's something like if people watch that kind of stuff, you can see like one joyride, if you speed, it can have serious consequences. And of course, when those two women were in the car laughing and smiling, they never thought one of them would pass away. I mean, they never thought they were going to be in a car accident. So, yeah, I don't know if I can link the video in here at all. I think YouTube's going to be like, hey, that's not good stuff to post. But when I find the pinned comment, when I find the video, maybe I'll kind of figure a way out to redirect maybe a bit.ly link or something. Who knows? Jeez. State troopers in Arkansas. Oh no. Yeah, it definitely is easier to drive. What I've been hearing from people, if you want to drive, if you want to feel safe, get like a big car, like a Jeep or something, or a van. That way you're in a bigger metal box. I have zero plans to get a convertible after the Porsche girl thing. Yeah, to really think about it, if that thing flips upside down and let's say, yeah, it goes a funny way, or you flip upside down on a median and your head goes against the concrete, yeah, that's gonna be rip. So I really am a big fan of having a roof, a metal roof on the car, seat belts all times, airbags, yeah, the whole shebang. So yeah, don't do crazy things with your car. And if you guys are like that, just watch some of these. Oh, really? Jeep Wrangler has one of the worst safe. Okay, I was thinking like the Jeep truck. Was that a Jeep truck? Maybe I'm remembering it wrong. Okay, my bad. Yeah, either way, I feel more safe in a car with a metal roof. So yeah, do your advice about the car thing. I've heard though the bigger the car, the safer it is, but I could be completely wrong. Glass roof Tesla is a lot stronger. Really? Glass? Glass is stronger than metal? Oh. Oh. Yeah, the chances of flipping is pretty low. You don't see people getting to crashes and flip, flip, flip. Usually, if they flip, it's because they're speeding, right? So if you're not speeding, or the person that hits you isn't speeding, you shouldn't be flipping. So yeah, make sure you don't flip. I mean, make sure you don't speed. Oh no. Oh jeez. Yeah. Well, buy a safe car. You can tell I'm not like the most knowledgeable on cars, but yeah, try to find a safe car, or better yet, make sure you are a defensive driver. I think that's the word of it, right? Yeah, make sure you know your surroundings, drive safely, and do be one of those people that drive when they're taking the road test. Very, 100% on safety. And what was I saying? Oh yeah, another reason why I brought this stuff up about the whole car thing is I just found out, I think it was a few hours ago, some person got involved in a road rage incident. I think they were a Yale graduate. And by all accounts, it's like the guy seemed like he was really friendly and really nice. Seems like he a car like he either crashed into a car or rear-ended the car, or the car bumped into him. I'm not too sure, but the person in the other vehicle, it seems that they got pissed off about their car getting damaged, so they got out of the car and then they unloaded a weapon on him multiple times and he passed away. For that person, I really hope that person gets caught, because I mean, how the hell can you have road rage over a freaking vehicle? If you do that kind of stuff to a person and they lose their life as a result of that, you're not just thinking about the financial cost. You're looking at many years in prison, and no vehicle is worth all that road rage. I know some people, like, they're really protective about their cars. They get into a fender bender, they're gonna scream and shout and that kind of stuff. But don't be one of those people who is like, you got into, you ran into me, or your car bumped into mine, screw you, and then just do something that you will really regret. Because if that person is caught, and I hope the person who shot him is caught, I I hope that the identity is revealed. I hope that it stays in the news and it serves as a reminder to people. Don't do that kind of thing. Road rage is a really serious issue. It really is. Like, I never understood why people have road rage. That's one of the things that's on my mind. But people have road rage overblown responses, and a life can be extinguished because of it. Yeah, teaching others is definitely hard. Yeah. Here's, what? I should make a shorter freaking video on this, but I'm gonna mention this to you guys too. If you guys don't know how to drive, and you guys hire a private instructor for let's say an hourly private instructor, I would recommend it, like if you have kids or you hire them for yourself, recognize if the instructor is good or not. So for instance, my experience with the driving instructor, I went through three different driving instructors, and all those instructors wasn't that great. And I'll tell you why, because they were getting paid about 30 or $40 hourly to teach me, and they would push me to get my road test even though I could not park for beans. So the reason why they were pushing me onto getting the road test is every time I borrowed their vehicle, I would have to pay them $75 to borrow the vehicle. Unsurprisingly, because I couldn't park for beans, I failed, right? And then I would have to make more lessons with them. And yeah, luckily my dad, he once he found out, like, man, she can't park still. He's he just took control of it, and then he taught me how to drive, and I'm really, really thankful for it. But yeah, you'll have some instructors, if they're on hourly, they will try to squeeze out the hours from you, and they don't really care. It's like, yeah, it's I realized when I was learning from those instructors, it's like they were making me do hamster wheels around the course, and yeah, it's like I feel like I didn't really learn much from them, and there was no push to have me focus on what I really sucked at, which was driving. I cannot stress enough how terrible I was at parking. I was really, really bad at parking, and these three driving instructors should have said, "You know what? You suck at driving. We're gonna do the whole lesson, not on doing the hamster wheel for the road course." So if you guys are unfamiliar with this, the way the road test is that there's like a designated path that these road tests go. So let's say it's like a figure eight, right? Just imagine a figure eight, right? So, but it's not a figure eight, but just imagine that, right? So it's like a path that all the official driving instructors or the road test people, they have you take. So all these driving instructors are very, very familiar with the course. So instead of having me work on parking, like which I need to pass the course, they would just make me keep doing like the figure eight for the path, and I failed it because my parking sucked. If my parking sucks, I will not pass that roll test 100%, and I didn't. It would have continued on and on and on. So just putting that thing out there. If you know anybody who has private lessons that's hourly rated, be mindful about this kind of pitfall. If you see someone going through, let's say, 30 hours of driving and they still cannot drive, I mean, they still cannot park, maybe it's the instructor not focusing on that kind of stuff. Oh gosh, I can't believe it's freaking 40 minutes long. So, and if you suck at driving, 100% tell the driving instructor if you're getting private lessons, like, "Hey, I know the course really well. I know exactly where you turn. I know where to pause 3 seconds at. Really need help with parking. So I want to focus the whole lesson just on parking." And yeah, that's how you can save money and save money and actually advance for driving lessons. I know he's sleeping. Look at this handsome thing. This guy is so tired. All he does all day is sleep. Oreo. Look at this. His tail is above his eyes. You seeing it? His nose is over there. His eyes are over here, and his little tail's here. Oh, you're so tired, Oreo. He didn't do anything, but yet he's so tired. This is the life of Oreo cat for you. Oreo, do you want to say hi to people? I guess he doesn't want to say hi to people. So, yeah, I gotta work on my stream length and everything, and I will try to figure a way out to make my streams a little shorter and a little bit more concise, and that way, if you guys, I don't know, maybe what I will do. Oh, thank you, Shy. Maybe I will. What I will do is that within the first 10 minutes or so, I will just like hyper focus on something and just be like, okay, hold up. Where's my notes? Yeah, this is not going to be easy and natural for me. Some people are really good at speaking without a script or, just saying things off the top of their head. I am not one of those people. I need to definitely practice or have a script, or some YouTubers, from what I hear, they have a teleprompter. So those people, it's like they're talking to the camera and they're not really stuttering or saying, oh, kind of thing, because they have it in like in front of the camera that they're looking at, or on top of the camera. And yeah, it's not, it's pretty seamless. Like if I was reading from a script, that would be pretty freaking easy. I'd be like, okay, I don't know, I feel, I don't know, how would I feel reading from a teleprompter? Yeah, I'll just probably have a monotonous voice, actually. I'd say, okay, so I'm gonna tell you point one, point two. Yeah, actually, I don't know how that would be. I know, anonymous individual says don't do it. Okay, no, but I really have to like figure out a way to how to make my things a little bit more concise. But I don't want to be like those other YouTubers where they're like, hey, this is like my laundry list of things to do, like 50 ways to do this or this and this, or I don't know. It's like I watch those videos, but I never feel the urge to kind of follow up with a lot of these videos. It's like, okay, great, I got the knowledge I needed. Okay, yeah, it just seems like a lot of this material is just scripted, or it's just heavily edited. Not really interested. Not really interested. I know. I know. So Jim sent 3 packages of greenies. Jim, did you get my message? I think I sent you a thank you note recently. Maybe it was yesterday or the day before yesterday. But yeah, did you get my thank you note? Because if you didn't get my thank you message that I sent on Amazon, then that tells me there's something screwy with Amazon's thing. So yeah, Oreo has a package of greenies, and so does Clinton, and so does Barry. And not gonna lie, Oreo, he wants to eat the most greenies, but he's the slowest. So we have to be very mindful about how many greenies he has. You can see he overexerted himself with his activity level today. He did not do much, not gonna lie, but he is out of energy as a typical Oreo cat. I know, Oreo. I know, Oreo. I thought greenies were supposed to give you energy. What happened? He had greenies too. He had greenies about an hour ago or so. He ate it, and I think his life was complete. And he said, "Okay, I'm ready to go to sleep." Does he still go on walks with the harness? No, I don't walk him. I don't walk him outside because he almost escaped. He has a lot of extra skin, so I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's like his skin. You see how his skin can just like move up. Sorry, Oreo. He has a lot of loose skin. So when he wears a harness, okay, here we go. See, he has a lot of loose skin. So as snug as I try to make the harness can go right over his head because his skin is kind of Jabba the Hutt like. Oh, look at that face. He's like, that's not nice. He's still mad at me because he has dental powder and supplement every day. But maybe he's warming up to me slightly. Aww. He looks more like a 10. I actually sold Blackberry. I don't have any Blackberry stock anymore. I think that the stock is good, but I rather just invest in something that I don't have to worry about long term. And as you guys know, right, the more you invest into different stocks, right, the more diversified you are. That's the more stocks you have to kind of keep your eye on. And I don't want to hyper focus on certain stocks and then realize like, oh man, I'm actually losing money off of this stock. So I think BlackBerry can double possibly this year. But in the event that it doesn't, and in the event that it in the event that it kind of drops down, I don't want to be left holding the bag. I don't want to be chasing stocks that are getting like pumps. And I know that's funny for me to say because Mara went up 60% today, as you guys saw my community post. Zomedica. That one is like a point of care diagnostics for cats and dogs. That one's pretty volatile. But it seems like it's moving up for now since I forgot how much my cushion is right now. I think it's like 72% for that. I'm not too worried about it going down. Even if it goes down 50%, I have faith that when March comes around, it's going to be a higher stock. Not financial advice, just me ranting as usual. But when I saw Zom, I thought, this actually has potential. So I bought it at 138 and then it dropped down to 96. I was too chicken to put in more money because, you know those volatile swings, right? It either goes up or it either goes down. So I only put in like 200 something dollars into Zomedica, and yeah, I don't regret putting in that money at all, because if it went down to 100, I'd be like, okay, whatever. So volatile stock really isn't too much for me anymore. Oh, that's really nice of you, Sir Repetitious. Yes, you know, Japanese, they make some really freaking good candies and they make some really good cookies. I love it so much. But we don't really have that many places over here, like nearby us, that sell Japanese foods or Japanese like pocky and that sort of thing. That's one of the things that I miss so much about Hawaii, because when I was in Hawaii, basically all the grocery stores I went to, because we have a large Asian population over there, I could buy Asian food, Asian snacks, like local stuff. Yeah, it's like I miss it so much. I never thought about it. So whenever I go to H Mart, that's a Korean grocery store here, I'm always so happy. I'm like, oh my goodness, I feel kind of like I'm at home, but the selection does not compare to the selection in Hawaii, for sure. For sure. They also have an Nigeria supermarket over here. They have a few Japanese groceries sprinkled um, here and there, but it's not the same as being in Hawaii. Uh, Look at this hater. Yeah, what is this board repair going over here? You know what? This content creator, he has to make more repair videos. Who wants to see him fix a MacBook? Go back to fixing MacBooks. Go back over there. What do you know what the name of the cookies are? I'm just curious because maybe I tried them before. They had this one called like Tohato or something like that. It's like these really thin wafer cookies. Oh, they're so good. They come in like a pack of. They're kind of like those, you know, those really thin wafers, for lack of better words. But it has this little outline. I I think it's made by Tohato or something like that. It's not tomato, but it's like Tohato or something. It comes in like a pack of 8, and those cookies are so good. Oh my gosh. I kind of want to go to a Japanese grocery store and find snacks and tell you guys about it. And then say, like, yeah, these are all the snacks that I ate, and they're really, really, really good. But yeah, Pocky's good. Anything, a lot of Japanese snacks are tasty because it doesn't have too much sugar. That's what I find, or it has a really good balance to it. It's like it's not too sweet. It just tastes clean, like a lot of Japanese food. I should stream Dota and Final Fantasy with Lewis. I don't know. What would I say again? I'd be like, oh look, he bought some boots, and here he goes charging again. Oh, he's clickety 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 clickety, and he's dead. Okay, he's respawning again. Okay, let's see if he can buy more items. Okay, what's he doing? He's running. He's running. Okay, and there's some creeps around there. Okay, so they're dead. I just like I would not be a very good sports commentator at all or Dota commentator. I can't hype that stuff up, you guys. It's just running. Basically, when I think about Dota, it's kind of running back and forth, click, 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 die, buy more stuff, die, and then you go after this like giant volcano of sorts, and you just click as fast as you can, trying to defeat it. I said the same thing about StarCraft. I was like, what are you trying to get? What are these pylons? It must be in that additional pylons thing. I was like, what? What is this? You're just clickety clickety clickety? What? So there's a point behind it, but I don't know. I'm just maybe I need to play Dota one day, but I don't really want to play Dota. But if I did play that, maybe I'd understand what the mass clickety appeal of it is. Yeah, Oreo is like a Snorlax. He likes to sleep. He doesn't like to exert much energy. He's known for blocking paths very well. And he loves eating. He gets mad if he doesn't eat all his, if he doesn't get the food that he wants. I mean, this cat is a very picky cat. 100%. Like he'd rather go on a hunger strike than eat his dental powder. Blackberry has no problem with it. Clinton has no problem with it. Oreo over here, Oreo, the cat that needs the dental powder, is like, I don't want clean teeth. I don't want clean teeth. I will starve before I have clean teeth. So I have to normally pick him up, and when he cries for me for food, I'll bring him back to the food bowl and be like, Oreo, your food is right here, eat it. So then he realizes, like, I ain't playing. I'm like, Oreo, you better eat that food. You're the cat that needs the dental powder. And he will eat it. He can like not eat for maybe an hour, and then afterwards his hunger will get to him and he will eat it, but he won't be the happiest cat. Yeah, do you remember that when Oreo and Anel was, I think I don't know what he was trying to do. Maybe he was trying to take some cute picture for Tinder or something. I don't know, but he was doing this. It looked like a selfie, and then Oreo over here was like, "Not on my watch. Nope, you're not. You're not sitting there whipping your camera out. You gotta pay attention to me, or you gotta work." And Oreo was very persistent with his little paw, his tappity tap tap tap, and his little whiny meows, and yeah. Oreo, you think you would be a good manager? I think you would be a good manager. If someone is like screwing around at work and they don't have their hands on a computer and they don't have their hands petting you, then you will tap them, right? And you will write them up and metric them. Huh? Is that what you're gonna do? You're gonna say, hey, I see you have 2 free hands, so you can give me a little pet. Yeah, he is like the squeakiest little meow. It's like he has this meow. It's like, pity me, I'm starving. And then you look at the cat, and I'm like, whoa, Ori, you look kind of chunky over here. I don't think you're starving that much. Look at this. I'm so tired. I'm tired of the dental cleaning powder. I used to be happy, you guys, and then I had supplements to eat. And now I don't even want to face you. Because I have a life full of supplements. Ah, Oreo. Yeah, I think he learned it from, a certain person or so. He remembers. He remembers what he doesn't like, and if he doesn't like it, he won't want to eat it. How did he save the universe, anonymous individual? From what I know, this cat has just been sleeping, unless he's kind of like, you know the three-eyed raven in Game of Thrones. I don't think Oreo's a three-eyed raven, though. I really don't think he is. I think he is. Oh, I don't know if you guys can see this. Oreo. Look at that. He's like, I'm not even gonna smile for you guys. These are hard times in my life. I hate my food. I hate my supplements. Oh, Oreo, you have all this stuff by your eyes. That face. When you don't get the food you want, that's the face you make. But yeah, he is eating, so don't think he's on a starvation diet or anything. He is eating. He is still getting greenies. The only highlight of his day really for food is greenies. I mean, this cat can run. As much as he seems like he acts like he has no energy, he has a lot of energy when it comes to greenies. And here he goes cleaning his paws again. If you guys follow up with Oreo, Oreo is he mostly cleans his paws and he'll clean over here, but he doesn't really do a good job everywhere else, so he needs extra care. Aww. My favorite sandwich? Ah, goodness. What is my favorite sandwich? I like BLTs a lot. I don't really eat too much bacon, but when I do, I rarely eat bacon, but when I do have a BLT, that really hits the spot, like really crispy bacon. The other sandwich I like any like roast beef sandwiches with the au jus sauce. That's really tasty too. And what else? Oh, but my the sandwich that I still think about every so often is a really expensive sandwich. It's so pricey. It's like top of the line, like bougie kind of sandwich. It is the McDonald's grilled onion cheddar. You remember that sandwich? It was a regular sandwich, but it had grilled onions on it with a piece of, I think, Swiss cheese or white cheddar. I can't remember what it was exactly. But it was so freaking good for $1. I miss that sandwich so much. I miss it. I really, really miss that grilled onion cheddar sandwich from McDonald's. If you guys can look it up, it had a nice like caramelly glazed brown onions taste to it with the McDonald's like burger with like the nice cheesy, I think it was white cheddar, probably white cheddar. It was like the perfect marriage of flavors, really really great. And then they got rid of it. What I would do for them to bring back that sandwich. And then I also like rodeo burgers. If you guys remember that with Burger King, it's basically like a regular burger with onion rings and barbecue sauce. But I really do miss that grilled onion cheddar sandwich, that $1 sandwich. Oh, yeah, I picked it up. I picked it up from I picked it up from what's it from the dumpster diver. So there's this one person who is a freegan, right? They haven't purchased food in years, so they only go dumpster diving for their food. And I shared with you guys with this in a previous stream. So after I bumped into them and they asked me, oh, where did you come from? And I said, oh, I went to so and so grocery store. That's the grocery store that we dive at. And they're like, wait, you buy food? And I told them like, yeah. And then yeah, they just looked kind of disappointed in me. I was like, oh, I'm such a fake. I'm such a fake. I never claimed to be a freegan. It's like, yeah, I dumpster dive like once. I don't even dumpster dive that often anymore for food because it's so freaking cold. And it's like I don't want to lug home all this food because it's like our fridge is not like Costco size freezer or anything like that. So yeah. So yeah, I remember like they were telling me the place that I grocery shop at is a good place to go dumpster diving at because it's a bougie store. So ever since then, I've been kind of incorporating it in my language, and I was like, yeah, yeah. I go, I tell Lewis when he wants his natural peanut butter, I'm like, yeah, okay, I'll pick it up from the bougie store. So I'm just like poking fun at him, but yeah, it's something that I just say. So whenever Lewis hears me that, he's like, "Gosh, you sound like such a you know what." And maybe not, but I just like the feel of it. I'm like, yeah. bougie store. It's not that it's not that bad. It's like I don't really consider it to be that much of a bougie store. It's not like they have a wine selection or anything like that. It's more like an urban store where they will have things like just a typical grocery store. It's like the same stuff you would find in Safeway actually. But the only thing that makes it a little bit more what's perceived to be a little bit more upscale is that we live around an area where it like sometimes it's like you see the other grocery stores, it's kind of bare bones. I cannot find things, let's say, like yeah, like they'll have some really basic stuff, but they won't have organic kind of foods or something like that. You guys get what I'm saying? It's just like, oh, whatever. Yeah, I used to, you know what? I have to figure out what I'm gonna do because like I love bread so much, but as you guys know, bread makes me break out if I eat too much of it. So I've been trying to like reduce the amount of bread. I'll still eat things like cookies and things like that, but I just gotta reduce my consumption. So it's all about moderation. But oh my gosh. Yeah, that sandwich, that grilled onion cheddar sandwich from McDonald's, I miss it. I miss it a lot. Yeah, the best things to buy, in my opinion, are the really cheapy stuff. I really like having cheap sandwiches and buying cheap meals, and I think it's like the val. If you have like the taste, if the taste is down and you get like value for your buck, you feel like it's a win-win situation. Yeah, exactly, Anya. Look, the R in Lewis Rossman stands for ridiculous. Exactly. Exactly. Look at that. I love bread. So I actually, you know what? I made keto bread today. Let me show you guys this. You'll probably laugh at me, but like, Erica, this is your attempted bread. Hold on. Oh my goodness. So don't laugh at my bread. I have very limited dishware around here.
Conquest of bread?
No, this is keto bread. Oh no! Oreo killed my stream! Oreo, what was that? Oreo! Oreo, my handsome man. Okay, so here is my keto bread. And I found the recipe online. I'll link it actually in the comment section too. So it's made out of almond flour. What was it made out of? Almond flour, protein powder, uh, some water, and I think I added a little baking soda in there, and that's it. Yeah, I think that was it. I think it was just and a little bit of sweetener. I think I have this monk fruit slash or what aretha whatever that is sweetener, and I just microwaved it for 2 minutes. I didn't want to use plastic, so I just used a bowl. Unfortunately, I realized after I made it I didn't have butter, but it tastes kind of like a chocolatey bread sort of thing. Yeah, but it's really like bread. So the carb count on this is quite pretty low, and I'm happy because it doesn't have any egg in there. You know, sometimes when you try this like eggy bread or eggy stuff, you just kind of get tired of like the eggy taste. So I'm trying to again, I'm trying to lower my carb count. Not 100%, of course, right? But small little steps. Tomorrow I'll be getting in my Kerrygold butter, and I'm so happy about that. Like, I miss you, Kerrygold, so much. Oh, look at the ball. The ball is grooming himself. Look at this cat. Does this cat look like chubby or something? He kind of looks like a jelly bean, or is it just me? Hey, what do you think of Oreo on stream? Doesn't he kind of look like a jelly bean? He doesn't look like yeah. He kind of looked like a kidney bean over there. Conquest. Okay, actually, you know what? So I brought a piece of bread. I brought some bread home, right? and then it was like some kind of focaccia bread. It was wrapped inside a foil. But what I didn't realize is that so I was wrapped in foil, and then I put it onto the table, the short table that we have in front of the sofa. And then later on, I realized it got knocked off the table and a cat ate a whole bunch of the bread. And I don't know which cat it is, but my bet would be this cat. Mr. Tub Tub over here. So I really think Oreo doesn't mind eating focaccia bread. And he has a habit of, let's say, digging through the trash, going through, licking the dirty dishes in the dishwasher, all sorts of things. So he's getting in empty calories, I think, when we're not looking. He's just, eating human food. And yeah, he's very resourceful. So he is not missing any calories at all. Look how tubby this cat is. Yeah, so there's this really good YouTuber. He makes a really good, like, some really quick and easy keto recipes. Oh, I forgot his name. Oh my goodness, it's like the diet chef or something. I'll link it in the description. I'll link it. I'll link it in my comment section. But yeah, that the stuff that he makes is super quick. Like if you can whip up, let's say, a brownie in a few minutes or a bread in a few minutes and just microwave it, that's so great. That's so great. So I'm on the path of making all this like keto stuff, and I want to make like panna cotta. I know I got to figure out what to do about that because I tend to break out with too much dairy, but maybe almond milk. I don't know. But that kind of stuff, or make some sort of brownie and see how that goes. So I know some people would say it's not really good, but I have to use things like artificial sweeteners, monk fruit sweeteners, almond flour, eggs. What else is there? Like butter. Yeah, just sticking with the diet. The diet becomes so much more easier when you find these little substitutes, and thankfully there's some really good YouTubers who have really quick and easy recipes that make it a lot more bearable. There's even things that you can make like keto chips in the microwave, but you gotta make the dough and then roll it out and then microwave the chips. It doesn't take that long. It definitely is cheaper than buying the keto chips. I wouldn't even know where the hell to buy keto chips in walkable distance where we live. I'm not BSing you guys. Like some of the stuff is just like so like gluten free is not that hard to find as before, but yeah, keto, man. Jeez, it's like keto eating on keto is pretty simple, but finding some certain ingredients like already prepackaged keto stuff can be kind of difficult where we live. So thankfully we have things like Amazon Fresh for that, and the prices on that is surprisingly affordable. It's comparable to a lot of stores, so I like using Amazon Fresh, and in this case it's very 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 handy. Melt butter in a cocoa mug. Ooh. Really? Anonymous individual, what is your proportions for your cheapy or frugal chocolate? I'm just curious, like butter, cocoa, and sugar. So what is the recipe? Because I'm actually might try it. I do already have, I don't have butter anymore, but I have butter coming in tomorrow. Uh-huh. Uh-oh. 1.5, 1 sugar. So what is that? Tablespoons? Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, how do I like make my video shorter, you guys? Because I know some of you guys might be looking might be reading about anonymous individual making this ultra frugal chocolate. I'm so curious how to make it. I learned so much from you guys. And then maybe some of you guys will try it too. Okay, so what is the recipe, anonymous individual? Like, tell me in tablespoons or like clearly exact or bullet point it. Or make a clear, concise video about this. Nah. Because I don't know too much about the proportions about this stuff. I know some people, they make the brownies, but... Oh, 1.5 to 1 ratio. So, 1.5 butter, and then 1 sugar. Oh, okay. And then you microwave it, and then what? You just eat the... You eat it, so... Do you wait for it to cool down, so it's... Or do you refrigerate it, or do you just eat it melted? Okay. I just bought this like keto chocolate bar, and for that it's like, I think it's called Lily's, something like that, and I don't know how it's gonna taste. I was kind of curious about it because it has like lower sugar, and it has, what else does it have? Lower sugar and lower carbs. Oh yeah, double boiler is always... Double boiler is convenient, but it takes more time, right? Because you gotta boil the water and then let it melt. I've double boiled things in the past. But microwave is definitely so much faster. Look at this cat. Or you tubby cat. He's not letting a stream bother his sleep. Evict? What? No. No. Okay, anonymous individual. I think you're gonna have to write in the comment section, because we got a YouTuber over here who wants to do it. Damn it. Yeah, I guess my stream is ended. What a jerk.
Alright, get off my bed,
you ended my stream, huh?
Get off my bed, you communist.
What bed? This is not your bed. This is Oriole's bed.
No, it's not. He's getting evicted. GTFO, Oreo.
What? No, this is he. You know what? He claimed this before you. How can you claim this bed? How can you kick him away?
Because he didn't pay for it?
He did pay for it.
No, he doesn't.
He's
the
a
videos I produce with him in it make like $2.
What? He's a YouTuber.
He's a freaking bum.
You know what? It's because you didn't give him a chance to organically grow. You did not.
He's had many chances. Clinton just gets the views immediately.
Yeah.
Either way, get out of here, Oreo. I gotta go to sleep.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Mr. Grouchy Grouch is gonna go to sleep, so I will talk to you guys later. Yeah, this was supposed to be a short stream. It is pretty short. It's only an hour and 18 minutes. Only an hour and 18 minutes. Yeah, Louis didn't pay the lightning bill. Well, he wants to cut the power off, so this is what happens.
I'd pay the light bill if Oreo would actually produce some money.
He does produce money.
He doesn't produce money.
He produces both. You hear this guy, Oreo? He's just jealous of you, Oreo. Look at this. Oreo doesn't even have to curse, and he has fans. And he likes MacBooks. Okay. I know. Oh, wait. I'm trying to make it short. I'll figure something out, you guys. But yeah, take care. Stay warm. And I hope you don't have a grouchy influencer person over here who's getting a little big-headed. He wants to evict little Oreo. Can't believe that jerk. Don't worry, Oreo. You're my little influencer. See ya.